Well, hello everybody. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Mike, W7MVG. This is my first video. I'm going to be putting together here this little DRA-30 board from Masters Communications to connect my old Yaesu VX5R here. Hook that up to my laptop so I can do some APRS and WinLink stuff with it. So anyway, I've got my soldering pad set up here. I've got a Weller soldering station off here, off to the right, off camera. You can't really see it. I went ahead and went through all the resistors and put them on post-it notes with their values, so I don't have to try and look at all of those tiny little colors on there. And I went and sorted everything left to right from shortest to tallest as they'll be on the board so that they solder in nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. We'll start with the resistors and go from there. Okay, so I've got my parts sheet here, and I'm going to start with the resistors and go right down the list. And we can see resistor number 1 is 4.7K. So I'm going to go find that over here in my stack. So we'll pull off a 4.7K, and then take my tweezers here and get right up close to the body of that resistor and bend it down at a 90-degree angle. Do the same for the other side. Okay. And then let me get my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing on these things here. Let's find R1 on the board. And R1 is right over here. So what we'll do, stick that right through there, turn the board over, grab some solder, and let's do some soldering. Okay, and on to the next one. Okay, and that's it for the fixed value resistors. Up next, I believe, are the diodes. We'll see you in a second. Okay, so I kind of forgot about one resistor. According to the instructions, you need a 2000 ohm resistor to key the push-to-talk on handhelds. Since this is going on handheld, I do need one of those, and so I had to go scrounge a 2K resistor for my parts box, and the only one I could find was this big old 1/4 watt resistor. So we're going to try to shoehorn this one in here and see if it'll fit. And that goes in the, where does it go? The PTT1 resistor, which is this one right over here. So hopefully we can make this fit. It's definitely going to stick up a little bit because we're not going to get it all the way down since it's too big. I think that's probably about the best we're going to do with it, so we'll solder it like that. Okay, and now we move on to the diodes. So now these diodes are polarized. They have to go in the right direction. So you can see there's a little black band on here, and this is D1, which goes there, and you can see that the silkscreen has a nice little band for us here, so we know the black band goes on that side, and same with D2. Okay. Just kind of pulling these leads out of the way so I can get in there a little bit more cleanly. Clean the tip of my soldering iron off. Retin it quick over here. D3 is this other one. And again, you can see it has a black stripe on one end of it. And once I find it on the silk screen here, there it is right there. It has another stripe, so we know which way to go. Another way you can tell on these and the caps when they're polarized, the solder pad will be square on one side and round on the other one, so you know which direction you're going. Bent that one just a little bit too tight. It's not gonna go. There we go. Get that flush down like that. And then our last diode is back to the blue and black one. D4. This one's the opposite direction, so the black stripe goes on the left. Get in there. Shut down. Okay, so now the next thing is this, what is this, 12 megahertz crystal right here. It's gonna go installed over here in the Y1 position. Tweak these. Right down there. Bend these out, hold it nice and tight. Okay, the next things on the list are the small capacitors and the LEDs and the transistors. Okay, so here we go with the capacitors, and these are real fun. You can see how tiny the writing on these are. This is a 47 picofarad. So it says that either says 47 or 470 on it, so I had to get out my 10x loop to be able to even read this. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. It's pretty dark, huh? But it's tiny little writing on there. But that is the correct one. So that's going to go in C1, which is right here. And this is a non-polarized capacitor, so it doesn't matter which direction we put it in, but some of them are polarized. And we'll get to those in just a second. That one just didn't want to go. Okay, and C2 is a 20 or 22 picofarad. So let's see if we can find that. I'm guessing it's going to be one of these tiny little guys again. Nope, that's 47. 47. 47. I should have sorted these beforehand. 104. 47. 47. Oh, they're all 47s. Where's my 22? 103. Hope if I could hold on to things. Where are you? Must be these blue guys. 22, there we go, look at that. All right, so whenever you get a part that's on one of these strips, it's always best to just cut it off instead of trying to pull it out of the tape, because you risk damaging the leads if you just yank on it or try to peel it out of there. So C2 goes right there. Flip that over. Back and get this one. It didn't flow very well. Boy. There we go. All right, now this next one, C3, is a polarized one. And as you can see on here, C3 is not nice enough to have marked it with the plus side over there. But he also says in the instructions that the positive lead is on the right side when the print of the capacitor is facing you. And on the silk screen, he's also put a little darker side on there for the side that the printing faces, so you know which way it goes in very easily. And so let's find C3. It is a 0.47 microfarad. So that's got to be one of these guys. You can also tell if they were free, the positive lead is usually the longer one. So we're going to have to cut these out of here so they'll be the same length. But if you just had a free one, or as we'll see with the LEDs, the positive lead is usually the longer one. So cut this guy out. And so you see the print is facing there. So the positive is on my right. So we need to first straighten these leads out a little bit. So that they go in. So again, printing up, so positive on the right will go in just like that. I'll try to work these leads a little bit so get it down as close to the board as possible. There we go. Flip that over and then solder. Okay, and that's 3. Again, this is a polarized one. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Let me see if I can. Where are you at here? See that black stripe that runs down the side? That marks the positive side of this one. So, and again, he's marked on the silk screen which side's positive and which side the printing faces with a little darker line there. So we know that the printing should face inwards. So there we go. All right, I'm going to take a little break quick, get myself some more coffee, and I'll be back in just a minute. Well, hi everyone. If you made it along this far, this is a real good spot to stop for the first video. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and in part 2, we'll finish up the capacitors and move on to the LEDs and the rest of the stuff. Thanks for watching so far, and I hope you will join me in the second part of this video.